Good evening, everybody. Just I'm going to explain one thought, or rather, you can say one quotation with the help of story. You may ask this question: Why elaborate one thought with the help of a story? Generally, students from class 5, 6, 7, and 8 they learn through value-added stories. Actually, the parents and the teachers should always try to I mean, tell them some stories based on certain values. And whenever they face any problem, they can just, emulate or rather they can assimilate the happening in the story to their life. And in the real life situation, they will develop perseverance and courage to face the challenges. So, stories often are inspirational and they help us imbibe certain values because education without values is no education. Now the quotation is like that: your reactions matters more than what happens to you. I repeat, your reactions happens more than what happens to you. The different people react to the situation differently, and that matters more. So there is a story behind this. Once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that yes, her life was miserable and that she did not know how she was going to make it. She was tired of fighting and struggling, and she did not really know what to do. It seemed just as one problem was solved, another one soon followed. So she was a bit, upset with the hurdles that she was facing during her schooling, and she often complained to her father, saying that her life was miserable. It seemed just one problem was solved, another one was followed. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen. He took three bowls, put filled water with all the three bowls and put them on the gas flame. And when the bowls, all the three bowls started, all the three bowls got heated and the water inside them started boiling. He put into the first bowl potatoes, in the second one he put the eggs, and in the third one some ground coffee beans. He just sat quietly and asked his daughter also to sit. His daughter moaned silently, and she impatiently waited to see what her father was doing. After 20 minutes, he turned off the burner of the gas stove, and then he took out the potatoes in one bowl and the eggs in another bowl, and the coffee beans he ladled into a cup, and he just poured into a cup. Then he asked his daughter and asked the question, "What do you see, my child?" She said that, well, I could see that there are potatoes in one bowl, the boiled eggs are in the other bowl, and the coffee beans have turned into another color, and that is placed in the cup. Now, after that, he asked her to touch the potatoes. She touched the potato and found that they had softened. Then he asked her to touch the eggs. She touched the eggs, and after removing the upper layer, she found that the eggs had hardened inside, and they were not now breaking. Earlier, they were very delicate and fragile, and they were about to be broken, but after getting boiled, it has hardened. Then he asked his daughter to see the coffee inside the cup, and sip the coffee. She sipped the coffee, and it brought a beautiful smile on her face, and there was a fragrance also. Then he asked his daughter to observe and explain what changes these three pots have brought about, though they were allowed, they were subjected to get heated at the same temperature in at the same time in three pots. The daughter could not answer anything. She just said that, well, the potatoes, eggs, and coffee have been there in the three pots, but the father asked her to look closer. He said and touch that after you touch the potato, how do you feel? They have softened, and the egg has now hardened after it is getting boiled. Then coffee, when she sipped the coffee, its rich aroma brought a beautiful smile on her face. The father asked her now, and then the daughter asked, "What does it mean?" Actually, he then explained that the potatoes, the eggs, and coffee beans had each faced the same adversity, that is the boiling water. But all the three have reacted differently. In this similar manner, you know, our life is there. We face we face the same adversity, but different people react to the same adversity differently. So, the coffee, which really turned and bringing aroma to it and turned the water into different color, has the capacity to change the scenario according to its quality. So you are just like, then he wanted to explain to his daughter that you are just like the coffee, ground coffee beans. If you have the capability to change the scenario in your favor, and if you can really bring out meaningful, meaningful results in your life by virtue of hard work, perseverance, and patience, you can really lead the world to your desire. So it is not, impossible to turn the situation in your favor. So we should behave like the ground coffee beans, which always turns the boiled water and turns the color of the water in its flavor, and brings certain aroma in it. So life is never without aroma and fragrance. It is up to us how we react to the situation. So different people react differently to this situation. At the time of adversity, some of us lose the cool and react very adversely and get upset, while the others face the challenges very patiently, and they try to turn this scenario, the scene, into their favor. And they are the people who really enjoy the happiness in life. So it is truly stated that different people react to different situation in different manner. So your reactions matter more than what happens to you. It is not important that we face adversity. It is bound, we are bound to face the adversity in life. But what is more important, that how do we tackle, how do we face the challenges, how do we face the adversity in life, that really matters. If we are very positive, if we have courage, and if we have the capability to turn off the situation in our favor, we can really enjoy life. Otherwise, life will really be a burden to us. And that's what this story stated. Therefore, the children should always learn values from the events and stories that they read in day to day life. The subject or the academic books might not give them much values, but when they read out of the syllabus, when they read the stories of different renowned writers, they will come across such theme and values which really make education meaningful. And that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Have a nice day.